Hey guys, today on episode of Aquatics we're going to be talking about bladder snails. Alright guys, so this is a bladder snail. They are very small snails. This snail is maybe a quarter of an inch long, and it's a pretty good sized one. They get a little bigger than this, but mostly get fatter, not longer. And I think I found there's a bigger one right there. And you know, I actually really do like bladder snails. They're small. The only thing that most people dislike about bladder snails is they breed like crazy. Here is a clutch of eggs from these bladder snails. Their eggs are just put right into the water and they'll hatch right there in the water, and I have found that they must have a very high hatch rate because there's always tons and tons of these snails. The only way to really get rid of them, in my experience, if you already have a very populated tank, is to stop feeding them. But obviously you can't do that if you already have a bunch of fish that you're feeding, because unless your fish are somehow eating every single bit, the snails are going to get some food. And the way I feed is I typically feed food that the fish can eat for 10 to 15 minutes, and so that's plenty of time for the snails to get some. Plus, these snails, they typically will eat any decaying material, so if there's any dying algae, dying plants, dying fish, these snails will attach right to that and eat it up. And your fish typically won't eat all of those things. Alright, and so how to get bladder snails? I have actually never looked, and I don't think that most people sell them. The way I got mine is they came in on some plants that I bought. I cannot remember what source that they came from, and so I can't really tell you where to buy them. Would I ever consider selling them? I would, but the problem is they would either have to be sold for way more than that they are worth, or I would have to sell it a very, very large quantity at a time to make it so it's actually profitable, because any business doesn't make sense if it's not profitable, especially for a guy that's just breeding and selling fish and shrimp and such. So if you guys are interested in getting some bladder snails, let me know, and I can probably figure that out. There's maybe a few people that I would send some if they just paid for the shipping, but they're very hardy. I have literally kept them in tanks that were below 50 degrees, and I've kept them in tanks that were 90 degrees, so they don't just die. Very, very hardy. And I mean, I personally do love them. They're actually pretty enjoyable to watch crawl around. These ones were actually asleep. I'm posting this video very late because I am making this video very late because I'm working on my garage slash fish room, and so I kind of forgot that Tuesday is the day that I've got to put out a video, otherwise my videos will stop being suggested as much. That's just how the algorithm works. So I wanted to hurry and get one out. And I was gonna, usually I ask you guys what you guys think about bladder snails in this type of video, and so let me know what you think about bladder snails, but also I have another question that I want you guys to answer in the comment section below. I'm wondering what your guys' favorite fish YouTuber is that is under 5,000 subscribers. And you can say me, but if you say me, please say somebody else as well, like your second favorite in that case, and don't say which is your first and which is your second. But that's just something I want to know. And also I want to know what type of fish that you guys keep, and if you're like a guppy nerd, say guppies. If you're a live bear nerd, say live bears. I know that guppies are live bears, but if you're into all live bears, I want to know that. If you guys are into cichlids, that's what I want to know. If you guys are into oddballs, that's what I want to know. So just in the comment section below, type in what you guys think of bladder snails, your favorite YouTuber that's under 5,000 subscribers, as well as what type of fish you guys are into. Alright guys, so thank you guys for tuning in for this kind of random video that I'm putting up super late. If you're actually here, thank you very much. I appreciate you all for being here. Anyways, so like and comment, answer those questions that I asked just a minute ago, and subscribe to my channel.